Hi, my name is Nigel Scorer and I'm the Director from Contents Design. We're interior architects based in the UK and we work on office, education, healthcare, retail and leisure projects. Paul Mike have asked me today to just talk a little bit about how we see the future of workplace and see how we see that evolving over the next however many years. So I think 2020 has been a challenging year for everybody due to the pandemic. And that pandemic has forced people to step back and evaluate, what we do across all different aspects of life. And probably one of the biggest ones we're looking at is the way in which we work. So what that's done is that's forced people to evaluate how they work, and we're starting to look at, we're looking at what that space is around their work environment. And actually, it's quite a positive change. The accelerated change that's been brought on by the pandemic has forced employers to realise now that their staff can actually be based at home and still achieve good positive results. So that's one real sort of benefit, I think. We've been talking to clients for the last 20 years, trying to persuade them to kind of move to agile working, and it's been embraced in certain levels, kind of sort of a little kind of face value, kind of half and half with the traditional rows of desks. But I think what you're going to see now is, that has been really kind of forced through now. So agile working, we've demonstrated that is a real viable option for people. And if you compare agile working to the traditional rows of desks, the employees are going to be much more happier to come into an environment which is an inspiring environment, agile work and lots of different places to go. And that's quite an important thing, because I think it's going to be critical how you design your workspace to actually entice people to want to come in and work in the office. I think that's going to be really key over the years ahead, more so than it was before the pandemic. So talking about the physical space for a second, it's what's going to happen is we've freed up the need now to have rows and rows of the same desks, the same chairs with a PC on in offices, and that take up all the area. Gone are those days. There still will be a need, because people, for example, call centres and communications, people will still need to sit to operate IT equipment, stuff like that. So there will be a smaller level of that, but we see that sort of becoming reduced down. So that what that does is it's going to free up space to do other things, which we're working on some office schemes at the moment where we've basically come up with themes based on activities. So for example, social space, meeting space, collaborative work, and concentrated work. Also teaching and learning spaces as well. As well as the themes, we've also started to see what we hope will happen in the future is that instead of everybody driving to the same office every day, stuck in traffic jams and losing time in the day, we're actually going to see something a bit more productive, and we're going to see different locations, hopefully. And the three locations we've identified is home working at a community hub, so somewhere on the high street in your town, local town, and then also a central experience. Home working is basically for concentrated work. The community hub is a co-working space on the high street. The benefits again of that is that we're seeing this could breathe life back into our high streets where they're challenged with online sales increasing. So that's a really good idea to try and breathe life back into our high streets and keep money in the local economy by people spending money through the day as well, whether you're at home or whether you're at a co-working cafe. And then the third and final space is the central experience. Now, some people, previously it was called the office HQ, but now we're calling it the central experience because we see that being where you bring your staff in to experience the brand and the essence, the shared goals and the vision of the business. And whether you do it 2 or 3 times a year, however many, it's kind of that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a building that you own. It could be placed somewhere like a large conference facility that you actually hire. So, that just basically down to each individual business and how often they do that. But the idea with the central experience is that, you bring the staff in, they are then energized and they buy into that kind of shared vision. And then they go away with that so that they can be productive anywhere, whether it's at the community hub or working at home or even still at that central location. That's how we kind of would like to see things go. And I think the benefits of that is that I mentioned before, it will be a more productive way of working because we're going to have less people sitting in traffic jams, losing time traveling between meetings. You're going to have less cars on the road, so that's good in terms of a sustainable kind of future of work, methods of working. I've mentioned before about contributing to the local economy. That's a benefit. And I think, when you start to put all that together, if you were to say to employees, do you want to have a better work-life balance? Do you want to help save the planet? And also, do you want to support your local economy? People are going to say, and excuse the pun, but it's right up your street. So I think employers as well are going to buy into that because they're going to see the benefits. If they allow their employees to do that, they're going to see productivity increase. So yeah, that's how we see things hopefully going forward from here. Thank you.